Hello my dear students, welcome to online class of St. Joseph Academy, Mariam Nagar, Ghaziabad. So this is our video lesson for class 5th, subject mathematics, and our topic is decimals. Students, I hope that you might have read about decimals in your previous class 4th. So let us review what you know about decimals. So basically students, decimals are part of whole things. They are a little like fractions, but we write them in a different way. Okay, although they are little like fractions, but for writing them is a little bit different from writing the fractions. So what is more important in decimals, that decimal numbers have a decimal point, and this point is going to separate the whole numbers which are on the left from the part numbers which are on the right. As you can see, 4.6 is an example. Here point is a decimal point and whole number is 4, which is on the left side, and 6 is a part number which is on the right side. So as 12.87 and 19.409 are other examples of decimals. So students, now in this example also we are having 43.678. So here 43 will be a whole part, point is a decimal point, and on the right side we are having 678. So this is decimal part. Okay. Now next point is how to read decimal fractions. How to read decimal fractions. So students, whenever reading decimal fractions, we say each figure after the decimal point separately. Means the part which is on the right side of the decimal point will be said or will be read as the decimal point separately. Okay, so we will say the right part separately. Let's take an example. As you can see, 0.47. So on the right side of point we are having 47, but it should not be read as 47, because as I told you that the figure which is on the right side of the decimal point will be said separately. Like now we are going to read this term as 0.47, not 47. Okay, so one more example is there. On the second number the figure is 3 then again on the right side we will say this separately, 3.59. okay, and same as 38.24. Students, the whole part will be set together and part which is on the right side of the decimal point will be said separately. So 38 is the correct, but 0.24, that 24 will be said separately. We will read it as separately. And the last example, 4 point, and the part on the right side of the decimal point will be read as 073. 073. So students, as we are having international or Indian place value chart for the whole numbers, so in this slide we will see decimal place value chart. So as you can see on the left side of decimal point, we are having whole numbers that we all know, that ones, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000, likewise this place value chart will go on. But on the right side, or means a part after the decimal point on the right side, we will be having decimal place value chart. That is, it will start from 10th, then 100th, and then thousandth, like this. So this is our decimal place value chart. So we will take an example. So students, we are having 6945.3728. This is our number. Now how we are going to read this? First of all, we should know that in decimal system of numbers, the place value of digits gets multiplied by 10 as we move left, or divide by 10 as we move to the right. Means if we are moving from 1's place to 10's place, the number is multiplied by 10, and 10 is when moved to 100, then again multiply by 10. So from if we are moving from to the left side, the digit is multiplied by 10, whereas whenever we are moving to the right side after decimal point, it will be divided by 10, not multiplied. Understood? If decimal point, and if we go to the right side of the decimal point, we will see that the number is divided by 10. Okay, so this we should keep it in our mind, that whenever we are moving to left, the digit will be multiplied by 10, and whenever we are moving towards right, the digit will be divided by 10. Understood? So this is our place value chart. On the left side, we are having whole numbers. You can say it at integral numbers. And on the right side, we are having decimal fractions. So likewise, we can say that 3 is in the 10th place, 7 is in the 100th place of the decimal fraction, 2 is in the thousandth place, and 8 is in the 10,000th place. So likewise, we have decimal place value chart. So each place is 10 times larger than the place to its right. Each place is 10 times larger than the place to its right. Now, what are equivalent decimals? So for understanding this, we will have to keep this in our mind, that zeros at either end of a decimal fraction do not change the value of the decimal fraction. If 0 will be there at the either side of the decimal fraction, it will not change the value of it. Let's see this example. As we can see, on the left side we are having 5/10, okay, and on the right side we are having 50 hundreds. So both are having the same value, as we can write 5/10 as 0.5 and 50 hundred as 0.50. So both are the equivalent decimal. We can say that both are equivalent decimals. It will become more clear by going to the other. Now here is an example by which we will understand that whether these decimals are equivalent or not. First, we are having 0.4. As you know, it can be written as 4/10, as I told you that whenever we are moving towards right, the digit will be divided by 10. So here 4/10, as we all know. Now second is 0.40. /Moving further, the digit in 10th place is 4. So now how we can write this? 4/10 plus in 100th place we are having 0. So So we can write it as 0 by 100. Now students, solving it further, we will be having 4 by 10 plus, as we know that 0 is going to be divided by 100, so our answer will automatically will be 0. So after adding, we are going to have 4 by 10. So here also we are having the same answer, 4 by 10. Third is 0.400. Now let's see. In the tens place, we are having 4 by 10 plus, in hundredths place we are having 0 by 100, then plus in thousandths we are having 0 by thousands. As we all know, we are going towards right, the digit will be divided by 10. So first it was divided by 10, then 100, then thousands. Okay, so now moving further, we are having 4 by 10 plus 0 divided by 100 will be 0, then 0 divided by thousands, again it will be 0. So here also students, we are having after adding 4 by 10. So in all these three cases we are having 4 by 10 answer. So we can say that 0.4, 0.40 and 0.400. So these are equivalent decimal. These are equivalent decimal. So now we understood that zeros at either end of a decimal fraction do not change the value of the decimal fraction. Okay, zeros at either a decimal fraction do not change the value of the decimal fractions. So these three are equivalent or equal decimals. Now students, let's see how we are going to write decimal as common fraction. So first example is 0.456. 0.456. So now first we have to see how many digits are there after point, after decimal point, because we have to remove this point. As you know that in fraction, numerators and denominators both are compulsory, both are needed. So for denominator, what we are going to do is, after point, if we are having 3 digits, so what we are going to do is, we will write 1 and 1 will be followed by 3 zeros. And why we have put 3 zeros? Because we are removing the point, and after point we are having 3 digits, so that is why we are writing denominator 1000. Understood? So now denominator will be 1000. So after removing a point, we are having 0456. So 0 is not having any value either on the left side, extreme left or extreme right. Okay, so now we are having 456. So this will be our numerator. This will be our numerator, as we have removed the decimal part, as we have removed the point. That is why our fraction will be 456 upon 1000. Now take one more example, 0.560. 0.560. So what we are going to do first is, we will write the number without the zeros at either end. We will write the number without the zeros at either end. So now we are having 0.56. 0.56. So already I told you that fraction means numerator and denominator both are needed. So for denominator, what we are going to do is, first we will remove the decimal part, and for removing that decimal part, students, we will see how many digits are there after point on the right side of the decimal point. So as we can see, we are having 56, means 2 digits are there. So now for denominator, what we are going to do is, we will write 1, and 1 will be followed by how many digits? 2 zeros. As after point we were having 2 digits, so that is why we will put 20. So our denominator will be 100. And now In numerator, we have removed the decimal part. So we are having 056. So 0 is not having any value if it is on the extreme left. So the number in numerator will be 56 upon, and denominator will be 100. So the fraction will be 56 upon 100. So this is how we are going to change decimal into common fractions. Now it's homework time. In question number 1, write the integral and decimal part of the following decimal fraction. So here you have to write down the integral and decimal part. A is 2.68, B 10.7 and C 50.045. So you have to write their integral and decimal part, means which part is integral and which part is decimal part. In question number 2, write as common fractions. You have to write these decimal as common fractions. A is 0.092, B 6.06, C 5.8. Question number 3 is write as a decimal fraction. You have to write these fractions as decimal fractions. A 27 upon 10, 402 upon 10, and C part is 6423 upon 1000. You have to write them as decimal fractions. That's all for now, students. Stay home, stay safe.